What's up everyone? Today I'm revealing how I lived in Croatia for an entire month on just $500. Most people spend that on a weekend, but I'll show you how to experience Croatia's stunning views, ancient cities and crystal clear water on a shoestring. This isn't just about saving money. It's about discovering the hidden side of Croatia most tourists never see. I'll share every tip, trick and hack I learned, including the one that saved my whole trip. If you love wild challenges, hit that subscribe button and join the adventure. Let's dive in. The biggest challenge: housing. If you're traveling on a shoestring budget, finding a place to stay that doesn't eat up all your cash is the ultimate test. It's the one thing you can't really skip or compromise on. Everyone needs a roof over their head. If you blow your budget here, you're done. There's no coming back from overspending on rent, especially when you only have $500 for the whole month. Forget Airbnbs in Dubrovnik or Split. Those are tourist traps. Prices skyrocket in the summer, and you'll be competing with thousands of tourists for every bed. I needed a place for under $150 for the whole month. Sounds impossible, right? Wrong. It just takes a little creativity, patience, and a willingness to look beyond the obvious. The secret: avoid tourist hotspots and look in smaller cities or residential neighborhoods. These places are often overlooked, but they're where the real deals are hiding. I scoured local sites like Njushkalo and Facebook groups for expats and digital nomads. These platforms are packed with listings you'll never see on big international sites. These are gold mines for cheap rooms, far cheaper than anything on international sites. You just have to be willing to dig a little deeper and maybe use Google Translate a lot. Focus on long-term stays. Landlords love a guaranteed tenant for a month. If you can commit, you'll often get a much better rate than nightly or weekly rentals. I sent out over 50 messages, mostly in broken Croatian, offering to pay cash up front. It was a numbers game. Most people didn't reply, but a few did. After a lot of rejections, I found a private room in Karlovac for just $140. It wasn't glamorous, but it was safe, private, and within my budget. It was clean, had Wi-Fi, and became my home base. I could finally unpack, settle in, and start planning the rest of my month. Hostels were too expensive for a month, so this was a huge win. Even the cheapest dorm beds would have cost double or triple what I paid. Lesson: go where locals go, use their websites, and don't be afraid to negotiate. A little effort goes a long way, and you'll save a ton. Most tourists pay 5 times more because they're not willing to put in the work. If you want to travel cheap, you have to think like a local, not a tourist. This move saved me hundreds, and made the rest of the challenge possible. Suddenly my budget felt a lot bigger. With housing sorted for $140, I had $360 left for food, transport, and everything else. That's still tight, but at least now it felt doable. The pressure was on, but I was ready for the next hurdle: food. Every dollar saved on rent meant more flexibility for meals and experiences. How do you eat for a month on what's left? Let's find out. Stay tuned. Scene transitions to food. With $360 left in my pocket, I set myself a wild challenge. Could I really eat like a king in Croatia on just $5 a day? It sounded impossible, but I was determined to make every kuna count and see just how far my budget could stretch. The secret: skip the touristy restaurants and head straight to the heart of local life. The open-air markets, or pajaka. These markets are where locals shop daily, and the prices are unbeatable. Fresh produce here is incredibly cheap. For just a couple bucks, I could fill a bag with seasonal veggies, grab fruit for breakfast, and pick up a warm loaf of bread from a neighborhood bakery for less than $1. The quality and flavor were amazing. I started planning my meals each day, making sure I got the most nutrition and variety for my money. Breakfast was usually a hearty bowl of oatmeal topped with fresh fruit from the market, simple, filling, and super cheap. For lunch, I'd make a big salad loaded with local veggies, paired with slices of fresh bread. Sometimes I'd add cheese or eggs for extra protein. Dinners were all about simple, home-cooked Croatian dishes, comforting, healthy, and easy to prepare in a small kitchen. I learned to make blitva s krumpirom, a classic dish of chard and potatoes that's both filling and budget-friendly. Pasta with homemade tomato sauce became another staple, cheap, delicious, and endlessly customizable with whatever veggies I had on hand. The local butcher shop was a lifesaver for affordable cuts of meat and sausages, letting me add variety and protein to my meals without breaking the bank. For a treat, I'd grab cevapi, grilled meat sausages served in bread with onions, whenever I wanted a taste of local street food. Or, I'd pick up a hot flaky burek from a bakery for just $2, $3, perfect for a quick lunch or snack on the go. Supermarkets like Lidl and Konsum were great for stocking up on bulk staples like rice, pasta and beans. Combining these with daily market trips meant I always had fresh ingredients and saved a ton. Living on $5 a day took some discipline and creativity, but I ended up eating healthier, fresher, and more local food than most tourists ever do. In the end, I spent about $150 on food for the entire month, which left me with $210 for everything else. Plenty for adventures and experiences. The real secret: cook your own meals, shop where the locals do, and treat yourself to the occasional street food or bakery delight. Next up, how to get around Croatia for almost nothing. Scene transitions to transportation. With just $210 left in my pocket, I knew I had to get creative if I wanted to explore Croatia without blowing my entire budget on transportation. Every dollar counted, so I set out to find the most affordable, and even free, ways to get around. My main mode of transport? Good old-fashioned walking. It's not only free and healthy, but it's also hands down the best way to discover hidden gems tucked away in Croatia's winding streets and historic neighborhoods. Some days, I clocked up to 15 miles on foot, wandering through ancient alleyways, along the sparkling coastline, and into lively local markets, soaking in every unique corner of each city I visited. For those longer stretches or when my feet needed a break, I turned to local bike rentals. They're easy to find, cost just a few dollars a day, and let you cover more ground while still enjoying the fresh Adriatic breeze. When I needed to travel between cities, I booked bus tickets in advance on sites like Bus Croatia and Get By Bus. Pro tip: traveling on weekdays is usually cheaper, and booking early can save you even more. Another money-saving hack: depart from smaller bus stations and connect through local lines. It takes a bit more planning, but the savings really add up, especially if you're traveling for several weeks. I also tried BlaBlaCar, a popular ride-sharing app where locals offer seats in their cars for cheap rides between cities. It's a great way to meet people and split costs. Not only is it cheaper and often faster than the bus, but you also get insider tips and stories from locals along the way, making the journey just as memorable as the destination. All in all, I spent just about $60 on transport for the entire month, leaving me with plenty left over for food, sights, and spontaneous adventures. By mixing walking, biking, and smart booking, I managed to see a huge part of Croatia, coastlines, cities, and countryside, without breaking the bank or missing out on anything. You don't need a rental car or fancy tours, just a sturdy pair of shoes, a bit of planning, and a sense of adventure. Now that you know how to get around for next to nothing, let's dive into the best free experiences Croatia has to offer. Scene transitions to free views. The most breathtaking views in Croatia. All free. Skip pricey tours. Find local hiking trails above cities like Split's Marjan Hill for panoramic views. Use Google Maps to find high green spots near the coast, then just start walking. I found hidden chapels, abandoned lookouts and cliffside sunsets, all for nothing. Inland, places like Karlovac offer river walks, public swimming spots, and lush forests. Even national parks have free trails along their borders with amazing views. Sunrise and sunset are magical. Find a quiet beach or hilltop and enjoy nature's show. These moments were the heart of my trip and didn't cost a dime. The best things in Croatia are free if you're willing to explore. Next, how to find Croatia's best-kept secrets. Scene transitions to hidden gems. Ready for the real magic? Here's how I found Croatia's hidden gems. Rule 1. Talk to locals. Ask, where's your favorite spot tourists don't know about? That's how I found a secret beach, just a short walk from a packed resort, almost empty, pure paradise. Explore old neighborhoods just outside city centers for authentic local life and family-run taverns. Visit towns on off days, Mondays or in the off-season, for a relaxed, authentic vibe. Embrace fiaka, the Dalmatian art of doing nothing. Sip coffee, watch the world go by, and soak in the atmosphere. I also explored abandoned places, old hotels, military sites, forgotten villages, for a unique slice of history. The secret: get lost on purpose. Talk to strangers and look for beauty in everyday life. That's how you go from tourist to true traveler. Next, making friends with zero money. Scene transitions to social life. Schautturbine Spidey Cry. Solo travel on a budget can get lonely, but you don't need money to make friends. My shared apartment with a local student, Ivan, was my first connection. He showed me the ropes and introduced me to his friends. I joined Facebook groups for expats and travelers, posting about free hikes and potluck dinners. Organizing a beach cleanup led to new friendships and a fun, free day. Couchsurfing's Hangouts feature helped me meet other travelers for coffee or city walks. Volunteering at a local animal shelter connected me with locals and fellow travelers. The key: be proactive. Suggest free activities, organize meetups, and show genuine interest. People are open and welcoming if you make the first move. Building a community made my experience unforgettable. No money required. Now my top 7 tips for living on $500 in Croatia. Scene transitions to tips. Here are my top 7 must-follow tips for surviving and thriving on $500 in Croatia. 1. Go in the shoulder season. May, June, September, or October. Prices drop, crowds disappear. 2. Live like a local. Stay in residential areas, shop at local markets, and use local classifieds. 3. Cook your own food. It's cheaper, healthier, and connects you to the culture. 4. Walk everywhere. You'll save money and discover hidden gems. For longer trips, book buses early and use local lines for the best deals. 5. The best views are free. Hike, find public beaches, and chase sunrises and sunsets. 6. Be proactive about making friends. Use Facebook, couchsurfing, and volunteer opportunities. 7. Stay flexible and positive. Things will go wrong. Adapt, laugh, and enjoy the adventure. Living on $500 is a mindset. Believe you can do it, and you will. Now let's wrap it up. That's it. A month in Croatia on just $500. Proving travel doesn't have to be expensive. I hope this inspires you to try your own adventure. If you found value, hit subscribe and join our community of dreamers and doers. What do you think? Could you live in Croatia on $500? Share your tips in the comments. Thanks for watching, and until the next adventure, get out there and make it happen. End screen rolls. Video ends.